Good morning, everybody. Let's do this. All right, let's go. Get in the house.
You could never test us. Oh yeah, 'cause we're the best. We go. And they go. Bizzle, bizzle. Yeah. You cannot test this. Hustle, it's so whistle. We go. And they go. Bizzle, bizzle. Caught y'all sleeping now with shots to your whistle. We go.
On meet days, I want to eat light because I'm not going to be swimming a whole lot, so I don't need as many calories, right? When I'm training, especially in heavy training, I'm doing a lot more repetitions of hard work, so I need to eat a lot more. I always have a light breakfast on race days. I don't want to feel heavy when I'm in the water. These Pro Series meets are an opportunity to practice, to race, and to be competitive. Obviously, you want to win, but at the end of the day, every time you race at a Pro Series meet, you're working on something slightly different and improving what is ultimately going to kind of be Frankensteined into the perfect race at the end of the season. All right. And obviously, I've got a little bit of a target on my back because I'm the Olympic breaststroker that people are looking for. And I remember what it was like to be that guy growing up targeting the top guys. I was never an NCAA champion. I wasn't an American record holder. I've been swimming here almost 10 years now, and I've seen a lot of swimmers kind of outperform what their perceived talent level was. You know, like, I was not predicted to be an Olympic gold medalist swimmer. I keep my Olympic gold medal in a little pouch, and I also keep my first ever junior Olympic medal from when I was 10 years old. I keep that medal in the same little pouch just to remind myself of the journey, like from the little 10-year-old junior medal to like the actual Olympic medal. I always tell kids, I'm like, if I can do it, like, you can do it. Like, you never know. You never know. The morning I get to the pool, the first thing I do is find a place where I can immediately start stretching. So stretch 15, 20 minutes, then get in the pool. My in-water warm-up takes about 30 minutes.
For race day, I do the same warm-up almost every single time just because I know that it works and I need a little bit of extra work to get activated for my races.
My warm-up's pretty easy. I stick with Indiana University's so-called me warm-up. It's about 2,000 meters and it's easy for me to just turn my brain off and run through the program.
I don't want to be hungry when I'm swimming.
I do a 600 just whatever, loosen up, and then I do a 200 kick, and then I do a 200 drill of whatever, and then I do 450s of whatever stroke I'm doing that day.
The routine stays the same. I think the intensity changes for the competition. Just kind of easy warm up, get comfortable in the water, do some turns, and then it was suit up.
Once you put a racing suit on, your body position in the water changes. It's designed to basically aid you when you're swimming. If you go from wearing a brief to wearing like a racing technical suit, in a 100-meter race, it can be over a full second difference. So I like to get in and feel it out just a little bit. And by that point, it's like 20 minutes before my race.
This is the life of a professional swimmer. This is a pre-race shakeout. These guys are basically activating my body into basically like a fight or flight state. 5-10 minutes before the actual race, I like switch into game mode and I get serious. That's the only thought I have is focusing on my breathing and like total clarity in my brain.
Once I've got the suit on and I start putting my caps on, I'm 100% focused on how I'm going to execute the race.
There's not much else going through my head other than like what the race is and like how far it is and what I'm gonna do. I always do that. Consistency is key, so I do the same thing, same motions, same amount of slaps on my legs.
Nerves and excitement are the first things that go through my head, and then I like to dance behind the block. Currently, I really like K-pop group. For me, it helps manage those nerves and it helps me focus to make sure that I'm ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your A finalist in the men's 100-meter breaststroke.
What goes through my head behind the blocks is getting off to a good start, because then it happens naturally. Then the body ticks in and it does what it has been trained to do.
At that point, I'm not thinking about anything, right? Like, you don't want to dive in the pool and think about what you're doing, because if you're doing that, you're too late. My main focus in the 100-meter breaststroke was making sure that my first 15 meters were good, because that's been kind of a weak point for me.
Cody Miller with the lead by 1/100th of a second over Michael Andrew.
The goal is to be under 59.5. I'd be really happy with that, but ultimately to win it, gotta beat Cody.
Michael Andrew and Cody Miller looking like they're separating themselves. It's gonna be Cody Miller, 59.24 for Cody Miller.
It was an amazing feeling to win a really stacked race, a fast race with really good swimmers, but then also putting up a time that is really competitive in the world rankings.
So Cody, what an amazing 100 breaststroke tonight.
Thanks. Coming off a really gnarly injury last summer, so for me to go fast again, this was awesome.
Tell us about that gnarly injury and how it set you back.
Let's not go back there. It was months of agony. I just tore a couple things in my knee.
Yeah.
You know, it was just a rough season, and sport's all about bouncing back, and you know, thankfully I've got a lot of people to help me do that, so it's been great.
Hey, congratulations, dude. Nice to see you back in the top 10 in the world.
Thank you. It feels good.
Awesome.
Injuries suck. And it was definitely one of my lowest points. Mentally, just, you know, it's hard to go into the pool every day when you're limited. And so to finally come back from that and to go a world-leading time, it's very rewarding. It feels good. This meet is definitely a training meet, but it's also a little bit of a taper meet. So I came down and tapered a bit for this meet, and obviously I shaved.
It's so much easier to dry off when you're shaved. It's nice.
When I shave, I take a pair of clippers and I clip my whole body first. Obviously you can't just take a razor to it because it's just gonna get clogged. So the whole process maybe takes 45 minutes, maybe 50 minutes, because I need to budget 5 minutes for Allie to shave my back, because someone's gotta shave my back.
Join that swimmer life.
Do you feel more fabulous once you shave?
Oh, absolutely. The best feeling is shaving and then getting in bed for a nap, and your body just feels so, like, fresh.
Most swimmers only shave a handful of times a year, maybe 4, 5, 6 times a year. I like to shave 2 days before my race so that I have 1 day to kind of prep and do some pace work, because when you're shaved, it's a different feel in the water.
I shave for pretty much every meet I race in. The reason is every time I race is an opportunity to go fast. I mean, it helps me, it feels faster, but I think it helps me mentally know, okay, it's go time, like it's time to race and focus in.
In my opinion, the 3 things that make me fast at a meet are
How hard I train, so when I get to the meet, I feel confident.
I like to feel good. It's not a necessity, but it's nice to feel good. If I feel confident, then I feel ready to go. The 3 things that make me go fast during a meet is nap time, my teammates, and being able to have fun. Having my coach with me is definitely a big thing. He's such a confidence booster, so if he's with me, I know that things are gonna go great. Usually a little bit of rest, so not being in a full training load right before the meet. Swimming is such a mental sport, so you have to be in a good mind place to know that you're gonna have a good swim, so that's something that I really place a lot of emphasis on. And then swimming in my home pool, it's awesome. I get to stay at home. I get to cook at home. It's really easy being able to come to my pool and really have my routine in place. And I know the pool, I know the walls, I know the blocks, so it's super easy to just get in and swim fast.
Goals for the 200 tonight: number 1, win. Number 2, put up a time that's competitive in the world rankings. And number 3, celebrate the fact that I'm getting to do this in my home pool. I know I'm gonna swim well, and I get to do it at my home pool with all my teammates. Literally everyone I train with is here, so it should be fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your A finalist, men's 200-meter breaststroke.
I used to be a 200 breaststroker. That used to be my best event. But I haven't done that event real seriously in about 3 years, so I'm really excited to see how that goes. I think what most middle distance swimmers thinks about is focusing on stroke rate. So it's building the 50s. You have a race strategy and you're thinking about how you're executing it. So it's not really a thought process, it's just something that you're aware of.
Cody Miller just pulling away from everybody. 2:08.98, but a new personal best time for Cody Miller.
Oh, that was the best time. Lifetime best time. Hey, that's pretty good for, you know, giving up on that race for like 4 years. That was great. Yeah. Anything else? Maybe like walk around a little bit.
I think it's going to be a great world this year.
Let's just go as fast as we can.
Everyone's goal is the same, to make that team.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the championship final.